What's good, YouTube? It's your host, Bruce GNT, and we're here to talk about Mexico. So, I don't talk about Mexico much on this channel, but I do look into what's going on because I know that they recently, I say recently, but more like 2 years ago, right? They elected their first female president, Claudia SHEINBAUM, I believe, Jewish descent, I think as well. And there's been like a lot of developments because Mexico, believe it or not, has been going through sort of similar situations here where they're saying, hey, look, Mexico's for Mexicans. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Mexico's for Mexicans. And you know what? Can't get mad at them because they're going through a situation where they're having people from different countries, right, mainly the US, come into their city, raise the prices of things, because what happened is that the people that are living in Mexico are still working for US cities or US companies, excuse me, and getting paid that amount, and it's indirectly harming the economy because they're pricing a lot of Mexicans out of their own country. And a lot of them have been voicing their, issues with it and saying, hey, look, if you're not Mexican, you gotta get the hell out. Which is funny because when Americans say it, apparently it's racist. But we'll leave that where it is. But recently there've been a lot of protests, kind of going against the crime and the cartels that's going on, because a lot of Mexicans believe that Claudia SHEINBAUM is kind of funding them and helping them out and not really doing what she proposed to do when it comes to fighting the cartels. But with that being said, let's jump right into this video. These niggas mad. Like, they are pissed. Yet again, I keep drawing parallels between what's going on in the US and what's going on in other countries, because a lot of people have this idea that what's going on in the US is unique to us. And it's like, no, a lot of people are upset with their governments, especially my generation. And some of them have the right to be. Honestly, they have the right to be, because cartels have been running rampant. Let me keep my voice down. Cartels have been running rampant in Mexico for a long time, and them having ties with the government has been long speculated. And when Claudia SHEINBAUM getting in is not helping the narrative, because seemingly a lot of their cries for help are going on deaf ears. And there's another video that I want to get into in a little bit, pretty much where she addresses the whole protests and riots, and she's just like, hey, don't worry about all that. But we'll get there.
Mexico's President Claudia SHEINBAUM condemned the violence that broke out at a protest march in Mexico City on Saturday, telling a crowd there was, quote, never a need to use violence for change. Thousands protested across Mexico on Saturday under the banner of Generation Z, denouncing rising violence after the public killing of an anti-crime mayor earlier this month. In Mexico City, a group of protesters tore down fences around the National Palace where SHEINBAUM lives, prompting a clash with riot police who deployed tear gas, according to Reuters witnesses. Mexico City's Public Safety Secretary Pablo Vasquez said 100 police officers were injured, including 40 who required hospital treatment. Another 20 civilians were injured, Vasquez told a local media outlet. The Public Safety Secretary also said 20 people were arrested and another 20, quote, referred for administrative offenses. Other marches took place in various cities across Mexico, including in the western state of Michoacán, where anger has flared over the murder on November 1st of Uruapan Mayor Carlos Manzo, who was shot dead at a public Day of the Dead event. A group calling itself Generation Z Mexico that called for the protests has said in a manifesto circulating on social media that it is nonpartisan and represents Mexican youth that are fed up with violence, corruption, and abuse of power. SHEINBAUM's government has questioned the motives behind the marches, saying they were organized in large part by right-leaning political opponents and promoted by bots on social media.
It's always funny, however, every time there's like a situation like this, it's always, oh, this is paid protesters, oh, this is bots, oh, this isn't real. And it's like, oh, it's right there, it's in your face. I think they're pretty upset. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's no secret that Mexico's been plagued by cartels for the longest time, and she went in there saying she's going to fight cartels and she's going to fight for the Mexican people. Seemingly, they don't feel like that's the case. They feel like she's just keeping up the status quo. I don't know much about, the left and right-leaning politics and whatnot, how that squeaks out. I will look into that a little bit. I have a lot to look into. But yeah, I kind of wanted to show this because I've been looking into what's been going on in Mexico, and there's been a lot of unrest. Not saying that she's the cause of it, but a lot of people, and I've said this before, a lot of voters are upset that they don't see immediate changes. Not saying that what she's doing is not going to lead to any change or will lead to change. I'm just saying that when people don't see it changes after you made promises, they get upset. And in some cases, they will riot and they will let you know how upset they are. So I'll be keeping my eye on this because this is interesting to see. And I just find it interesting because it shows that the people of Mexico really want to improve their country, want differences and want changes because they don't like what's going on, and every single time they get a step forward, they seemingly get pushed back 2 more steps. So I'll be paying attention to this. I'll be looking into it, see what's going on. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment down below. Tell me, if you're in Mexico and you know more about this, let me know what's happening. Let me know what's going on, like from someone that's actually there. Or maybe you got family there. Or maybe in some way, shape, or form, you have more information than me. I would love to hear exactly what you have to say. And yeah, tell me how you feel about her presidency so far, because I'm more so hearing more negative than positive, but that could just be the fact that I'm over here in the US and things could be a little bit skewed. So let me know down in the comments below. That's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.